team crew bit your bench or. And then about so about cheap penalties in Nigeria pay be afa near the meaning baby out the member fat the way na Europe
a cab Nigeria pa.
There's a mouse swan or musu. So last 2 World Cup in Nigeria and Kobe.
Looking at how big they are over African continent and football moons and some stars or more parody when it comes to more lineups and more games or more 2 editions of FIFA World Cup you know, it's something that we are Nigeria fan now. We ninja to be from Nigeria. And some I can know so one World Cup maybe have you. I think Nigeria for you and the opportunity say according to near the admin is something that ABOU and it's the more reason why omu dia osan. But to me any day omu fanes na ebi entimi yakoma na nim say for you as a man yes was so that catch the coach so that na cop penalty so
sa
nti e ko a on fane matum
ala coach ni di ne bo
so so be dam no chi mi no ase den ba no di ka da ba kumu a wan che penalty no ba kokra you know say coach ne to chacha pa
e farmer
na be dam ma wa chi mi no do ma qualify and I think say a good one most Nigeria coach ne dey say
share.
No, didn't know go for those will be ahead.
Azena kofona ye do akwane wo so nti omo kobo wo so na no ma bona say. Enti after winner was so kochi akwara bono because amana ejuma na ya den the amana. Also trust and analyze here after 2026 2030. Mexico, ABOU, Morocco, Portugal, Spain.
Yeah.
Then 2030. Kwan wow, my so kwan wow. I don't know how man run our gallo.
Quite Wakoku. Mamentia Kelvin war a KMA office. Mamentia Kelvin. And I met Kelvin and then by Juma TBBI come up. Wakoku. The attorney said Nigerians need soon and then no more complaining about the fact that minor to me and World Cup and so now we see standing on the last 2 World Cups. No one could be back. Ghana and you free. This one they had opportunity to be playing the playoff. Man to me and qualify Congo and so to me you free. So will be beer on person blaming Omo for the shortcomings when it comes to Nigeria national team. No, giving us the performance that we expect them to give us. Fan call a year NFF no and so doorsteps. If you look at their team now, Nyomo moye and so Europe any players na clubs they are not giving us that kind of performance. I don't think at the last edition of the AFCON call final Nigeria because they felt to say players parody how from a PM or AFCON final it was something that they wanted to build up from that end. No meant to be Antwerp. So if you look at a country that in the just and I say the last AFCON final, they qualify for the AFCON again. But they are not very so much qualify because qualifying for AFCON is something too difficult for Nigeria. Because whoever plays the Chrome, I said the music Ghana, they have the men, they have quality to make sure say or make me qualify. But World Cup is a place they wanted to be there. It's a place they wanted to go. Now we are sitting in airborne. And the man something this is 48 teams.
Yeah, they are 2.
This is 48 teams. That makes it very, very bad issue for team FN, Nigerians or FN Nigeria. And the supporters can't even bear. Say, CSC are born at 32. They are Timian Kubia. You are standing to 48. Still, you are Timian qualify. And you will be an uncle and Vama NFF for no because how mismanaging your appointment of coaches. Nessa no mana a muno is something that no do and they need to go back and come again. No want to turn your ye because the ball tournament which is now ball with 3 different coaches. A result near the Webano you won't get how up aside in this Sifanuko and said yes, Yakwa but a Kamia Quako say or more barber over a year reliant on a branch of a year with Tusiman. When he is not playing, it's something that I say a year between Nigeria national team or make say many of the air qualifiers and I don't go ball playoff no. And if you look at him, the last game they played against Benin, a moment the opportunity to play in the playoff. You saw what he did. 3 goals in that game. That was at his best. Giving Nigeria man the other many teams I would say academy. Then he came again in the last game of Moboye, and we saw the performance he gave against Gabon. Scoring 2 goals, though, on Messi a setter that you want. Said he's a world and a league striker and but he scored 2 goals to get them to the final. And put a report there, but he was begging in the second half to get a minute. But they decided not to let him play because they feel say, oh man, no koba, and here now when Messi AFCON, and it's something that Oman to me number. But so what's in your man how our team no and so see ball if he's playing, if he's not playing, I think that Oman rely too much on Victor Osimhen. And a country like Nigeria, though, or a big man, or a big star, or a player in Europe, or Treni Bobre in the Champions League, in the Serie A, or Treni Bobre, or call the Turkish League, or Tre Africans who are Tre with Nyomo Yema Nigeria national team. No, but I think that it should be team that people will build on my friend Nigeria. It shouldn't be Victor Osimhen when he's not at the party. Everything seemed to be under the carpet. And no man ends me. But as I said, so will be blame for the shortcomings, and Nigeria won't be at the World Cup again for the second time running out. I think the NFL for no fan blame or man fa no man to see now come ye. Me blame players no kakrebi. Ma blame coach ni kakrebi because changes way when you have one of your best penalty takers who be a corner as a one Nigeria captain. He's one of the best penalty takers in Nigeria national team. How many Ghana near penalty? No, on a boy. On a boy. Yes, and what consistently say he's one of the best. He said, what to bench now? You change to bring in. You see, times I know you changes. You know, no the players need to be bummed. Sometimes you could see say, sad time when a coaches yet changes to win them the penalty shootout. So when you don't do that, I think say now one out there. So I'll blame the NFF by 60 to 70%. We blame coach in a kakra and then what blame the players in a kakra. If they want to do things the right way, this is the time they need to sit down. You will AFCON in few weeks near Kwakobo in Morocco in December. So they need to sit down, almost strategizing Yoma and get things done in the right way. They played at the last edition at the final. So if not for anything, and probably twice and yes, it will be a disastrous 2025 for them because you won't win the AFCON, one qualify for World Cup, and that will be another thing. So if they will be able to win the AFCON, then they can come now the other side of Adiana Swatimiaba. Yeah. So they're going to win. That is how it's because if they qualify for the World Cup, Ghana better because they've qualified the AFCON. And no must qualify for World Cup. When we know Ghanaians and Nigerians or social media, and so how I am here, and I think that is a good one. They should go back, come again, and make sure say 2030 World Cup there. They shouldn't miss. And I think that would be the best now. Weekend in and Nagatuso